Well, hello there.
We were jamming.
Welcome.
Sunshine jamming.
Yeah, we decided to oh, I should have given you my hat too. You could have had
I'd have had to
sparklies.
adjust it. After being on your head, it'd be like a yarmulke on mine.
Well, hello everybody. I suppose I take those off
yeah,
now.
I know. I don't know how you wear those. All right. Good to see everybody in on this beautiful Thursday.
Yeah, considering that we missed last week.
Yeah.
Not mad. Well, I mean, I missed you guys, but family was here.
Right.
There's our awesome Ma and Dan. Well, hello, Casey.
It's Doug.
It's Doug. I was talking to Holly today. She said you've been sending tons of sourdough recipes to her because I did a big day of sourdough today too. But I sent some sourdough starter home with Holly and Zach when they left.
Yeah.
And they got, I don't know how many hours out, but I fed it right before they left. And I get a message I don't know, several hours in. And she's like, it's grown this far. I don't know what to do. You're fine. Just let it go. But,
already getting the Kragels.
Got you.
Look, future's so bright, gotta wear them shades.
We needed it today too.
Yeah.
It was hot outside and woo. Yeah.
Not mad at it. I think we touched, there's probably still right at about 90 right now.
Yeah, it's a hot one.
No, David, not gonna happen.
Tim's gonna shave his beard.
Probably for the wedding, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah. Daryl from Not Your Daddy.
There's Trail Vault.
He actually offered us $1,000, 2 years ago for us to shave Jason's beard online or on a live.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nope.
Not doing it. Won't make me anything.
She will. I made
James Hall.
3 different kind of bagels today. I made cheddar and cheese bagels, or Italian cheddar bagels, sesame bagels, and maybe oh yeah, because the blueberry bagels, they're just turned into little blueberry sourdough loaves. So they're really cute. They're about this big. I'm sure he'll have one after.
Oh, we got a happy birthday to David Glunt.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Awesome. Doug says he's just gonna mail it all back here. Woo, bagel. Get it?
Just got me.
Oh.
Howdy.
Cruise kids. Oh.
I know. We need to work on our dates on getting back together with that.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh. Yep.
Time to chop some down. What are we chopping?
That's got to be Ryan.
Yeah, it is Ryan. But
we still have tons of things to chop down.
We got a lot of chopping down. We did a lot of chopping down.
We did. But now we're back in the burn ban in our county, so
no point in cutting it down.
Yeah, because it's just gonna lay there. But we did shoot a coffee chat this morning, guys. I will say that. But even after I uploaded it, I changed my mind about putting it out because just didn't want to.
Miss y'all too. Ready to get together. Bob's just there for a minute. It's March Madness time. Hope he's got to watch it. About 10 minutes. My Razorbacks. All right. Well, Woo Pigs. Good luck for your team, Bob. Enjoy that basketballs. Yeah. We did a lot of choppy around here.
We did.
It is way more opener.
And we're about to do more. Not sure what project. Well, I do know what project we're working on tomorrow. That'll be Saturday's video. And then my friend Michelle and her husband are coming in.
What are we doing tomorrow? Oh, that's a tomorrow me problem. I just wanted to ask.
So yeah, we got that project, but we will be taking down more trees, as well as trees down at the creek. So I don't know what project we're going to work on, and we got tons of milling to do. So that's the thing.
Didn't you get to close on the house today? But finger quote, well, we're hoping it's going to be tomorrow too.
Yeah.
That's always nerve wracking.
Yeah.
Do less, not more. Gonna switch over to the old way on.
We had to get the summer kitchen all moved around today and cleaned and ready to roll. We got the other fridge moved out there today.
We got Kragel's Pumpernickel.
Emma got it all. Pumpernickel, that's when y'all drink. There's Jamie. How you doing, sweetheart? Back to making soaps and
I seen, yeah. She's like, I ain't wasting time. I've been down long enough.
I know.
Jesse and Lisa making it in, saying hello to everybody.
I thought of you guys today. I put up the cutting board that you made me.
Oh,
in the summer kitchen.
Jamie says we got to go over there and play. No, we're not. Because she'll end up bringing goats back here. I don't like that plan. I mean, I want to come check y'all's place out, but we have to hide the goats.
Yes.
I
mean, because if we were to do goats again, it would just be me goats. So. Singing in the rain.
Singing in the rain. Joe Jacobson.
Hi, Joe. But yeah, so we do have a busy weekend coming up with guests on the ridge. Jason got most of the camper done yesterday and today, ready for them. I'm going to go up tomorrow and make sure everything is spectacular for their arrival. The one bad thing, though, is the AC quit working in the night.
Yeah. It died. It worked. Well, we didn't even really use it much last year because it was kind of cool when we bought it and we were up in Michigan, late summer.
Yeah.
And so we didn't really need it. And then we tried to use it down here once, and it ran for like 1 or 2 cycles, and then it just, I think it's got issues, and so I need to rip it all the way off. But I think we're gonna. Those things are expensive. And I think if I'm going to rip it off and I'm going to spend money towards something, you got me thinking there's crawlies.
I'm telling you, I thought all day long I had a tick on me. And sure enough, about an hour ago, I was like, there's something on my back.
But I think if I end up replacing that whole one, I want to do it with a 12-volt version so that we could easily, boondock somewhere. Emma says got a long weekend, so get to join in cold snacks. Kragel's and Pumpernickel. All right, Pumpernickel it up, Emma. Love them long weekends.
Yeah.
There's Alan Dixon.
Hello, Alan.
Saying hello. And James Hall saying hi to Jesse and Lisa.
So Shane's asking about Jen and everyone else. Everyone else is doing great.
They're just melting like everybody.
Yeah, melting like everybody. Jake and Chloe are making little progress day by day. Jenna has been working a boatload of overtime and working much, and that's about where we're at. I do well. If we want to learn to do cheese, we'll need to go over to Jamie.
There's Ace popping in, member for 12 months.
Jamie, you posted that Havarti you made, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need a cheese class. I can do mozzarella, ricotta, that type of thing, but I've never ventured into anything of the hard cheeses.
There's Eliza Ray saying hello to everybody.
Howdy, hey.
Good to see you, Eliza. And we were just watching Tim's premiere because our Homestead Hangout is kind of time change shifting, right, guys? We're still on at 6, and Dale and Dana are still on at 9 acres at 7. But right now, and I don't know if that's going to be a continued thing. It might be just because of the way their schedules in summer, and but Johnny and Christine are going on at 8. So Tim over at Ridge Life, if you guys didn't see that, did a premiere prior to coming on here. So we watched most of it. Got to go back and watch the finish because we had to come on here.
Yeah.
So Ida says they got a cold front coming through.
I think we have a cooler front coming in. It's been really, really hard for me to now like get things in the like actual garden because it's been so nice. But they're calling for at least one frost or potential frost before our frost date is over. So, which is
what do they say?
I
like,
got 2 weeks.
You gotta wait. Yeah.
Well, that was the rule.
Something
up
around
north.
What, Mother's Day?
That was up north.
But I thought that was here too. I thought somebody said
no. April 15th is our last frost date. So.
Oh, the homemade butter's pretty easy.
Yeah, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
For sure.
Paul was doing his chores. Auntie Ann was listening, but she was cooking dinner because she got to feed them fellas. There's Sheila Michael saying good evening to everybody. And there's Evelyn Newman.
Don't worry about me, sweetheart.
You ain't got to apologize. You ain't even really late. Yeah, don't plan anything yet. No.
Well, I have my lettuce bed. This what I call the salad bar.
Yeah.
We're ready to start pulling off that.
Stuff that's cold hardy is out.
Yeah, my peas are out. My onions are out. I'm getting ready to plant my potatoes, and I have been going crazy in the greenhouse.
Where are we doing potatoes?
I haven't figured that out yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm working on it.
Oh wait, thing jumped on me when I went to click. Got snow in the mountains still.
Ugh.
I'm sure. Well, where's Wade? I bet he's got some looking at it up in the mountains up there.
Yep, probably.
Yeah, so we've been watching that because they are talking that there's a good chance, and I mean according to the Farmer's Almanac, there's still a chance of another freeze. So instead of letting it all go to waste and ruined and have to restart and be way late, and we're not doing that. We're just gonna leave it all in.
But as you guys seen from the video, the greenhouse, and I haven't stopped. Every day I'm out there starting new plants, but I'm in a little bit of a pickle.
Like a pumpernickel pickle?
Sure, a pumpernickel pickle.
Oh, I'll say that real fast.
So when I started all the seeds this year, and I'm still starting seeds, I got my watermelons planted, I got my other melons planted.
Hey, Deborah.
Yeah, every day I'm starting new seeds. And I have thousands of plants in the greenhouse because I really have my farm stand, y'all. That was kind of what our coffee chat was about this morning. And realizing when our Walmart delivery came yesterday that there's no way I'm going to be able to do my farmer's market or my farm stand here. It sucks. But with Maya, it's just not a practical thing. And it sucks. And that was kind of what I talked about on the coffee chat this morning that I did not post, was that frustration with, it's not even our dog, but kind of going along the lines of, with the family compound and some of the challenges that come along with it. And so now I don't know what to do because I planted for a farm stand, but I'm not going to take that chance. So yesterday was just a really hard mental health day for me. And I talked about that on the recorded coffee chat that we did this morning, but I decided not to post it because the last time I had a rough mental health day, I got bashed really bad in the comments. And so I'm like, you know what, if I'm already struggling, I'm not going to put another video out that is just going to make me feel even worse. So I was like, babe, I'm not going to.
We had a good day though.
We did.
Today was really good, very productive. Ryan saying got to get them their grapes ready and tend the orchard.
Yes, which we're going to be moving the grapes. They're coming along great, but we think we found a space that.
Yeah, that's been our dilemma for a while. And I know a lot of people have talked about it. Hey, we need to get fruit trees in. We need to get an orchard going because it takes time to develop. And we just didn't know like where until things are settled. But I think that we picked a really good spot that we have no intention of developing later into something else.
And it gets full sun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great spot to do a whole orchard, all the berries, all that kind of stuff. Yep. So excited about that. Speaking of that, Ryan, we may need to talk might need some rototiller tractor time, buddy. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I got the hiccup burps.
There's my battle buddy and his bride sitting over there. Good to see you.
Yeah, there is no room left in the greenhouse. I cannot wait. I was up potting today, tons of herbs and rosemary and what else did thyme I have potted. What was the other one? Oh, sage. I potted my sage today. I potted beans. Yes, I am out of room.
Paul says he got the don't worry at the hospital yesterday. Turns out he's got a sensitive throat. He shoved a camera up each nostril, checked airways, couldn't get past my throat. Oh,
that's rough.
Yeah, that's never fun.
Yeah.
Jesse throwing it out there for the 10 killer meetup. That'll be, I think that's the next one, the first one coming up. We won't, unfortunately, be making that one, but we will be going to Mid-America. But yeah, that everyone's gearing up. There's a lot of folks that are going to 10 killer that can't make it to Mid-America and vice versa. So
I mean, we'd love to, but we really, if you follow our stuff, you know that we dedicated ourselves to keeping our butts at home this year.
Good to see you, Eddie.
And actually doing stuff, as far as like getting our projects done.
There's the link for the flyer. You guys can get all that info. Those meetups are always awesome, and we wish we could make every single one, but we wore ourselves out. Yeah, the first year we did it, and maybe when things calm down around here, I know it's funny, but
oh geez, that was excessive.
Can do that. Well, you keep throwing glass on top of glass and an empty trash can because you want to do more than just grow a garden. You need to explore selling on a nursery scale.
Honestly, there's so much. So one of the things I saw on Facebook.
I mean, the way that she plants it, I think that if we had the right land, like Ryan's or something like Eric and Missy, because we were talking about that when we helped them do their high tunnel, was doing at a nursery level to where maybe we opened our own wouldn't be, but there would be so much work to try to do that here that in the end it's not worth it.
I mean, I planted for a farm stand that is now not going to happen. Yeah. So I told Jason, I'm like, we're just going to have to invest in some more grow bags because dirt's expensive and we don't have enough dirt to
I did find your bag of those. Arlene's here saying hello.
Hi,
gardening prep was hot today.
Yes.
She's hoping to get her potatoes in the ground tomorrow.
Yep. And I'm doing peanuts, guys. I've never grown peanuts, but I'm gonna do it. I got them in yesterday, and so I am doing a bunch of peanuts. I don't know what I'm doing on peanuts, but I'm gonna grow them because I can take them and make peanut butter and like all different sorts of stuff. And that's exciting.
Yes, Joe, absolutely.
Yeah. And all the plants are doing great.
Jesse throwing all the meetups on there. That's awesome. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Getting everybody informed of start looking at their calendars and travels. Yes. James says, Texas 92 today, calling for 64 tomorrow, 60 Saturday. Yeah, we're gonna have another little bit of a cool down. It won't be as bad as this last one where it got in the 20s, but definitely going to be cooling down again. So, but as long as we're not getting that below freezing. The Alaska cruise, August of 2027. They're doing another, trying to get a bunch of folks to go together on that one. And I think that's a 10-day. Talking to a lot of them, I think the last one was a 7, and they said, that wasn't enough time for an Alaska one. You need 10.
There's never enough time on a cruise ship.
No. Well, there's Dale and Nana. Remind everybody to smash that thumbs up if you don't mind, folks. Nona still waiting on my greenhouse and raised beds.
Yep. So Ida, that's what I had started to say. I was on Facebook yesterday actually when I had this realization that it's just not going to happen with the farm stand here.
Thank you, Leanne.
And one of our antique flea market stores, the Rusty Rooster, had put out that, hey, putting the feelers out there. What do you guys think about doing a Friday farmers market in the parking lot? And
that's in the plan eventually too, Doug.
That could be something where I offload a lot of these plants because I put a lot of time and money into them. I don't want to just give them away. I'll find a way to plant them for ourselves, but it's a lot. So
I don't know.
And by the time I buy all the pots, I buy the dirt, I buy the tags, I buy the time, there's a lot to have, and you guys know I started in January, so I don't know. I may do if they decide to do that. It may be something that I look at. I don't think I would do the farmers market here in our community though. I've heard it's
See, David, I mowed grass, picked up some down branches, and worked on the lake. Now I'm
What's that?
That's that stuff other people have.
Oh, because we don't have any of that.
Yeah,
here.
No. Yep. Huh. Well, at least they jam them cameras up there and cleaned everything out.
Have you seen those videos where they like shove this almost like a blood pressure cuff thingy up your nose, and then they inflate it, and it's super, super duper painful, and then it snaps, and then they pull it out, and I don't know. People they're split. Some are saying, "Oh, that's so dangerous," and others are like, "No, it works." So, not something I want to do.
I'm out. Kim,
thank you. I appreciate that.
That is awesome.
I appreciate that. And
there's Philip Ryder coming in there with his Panama Red outdoors.
Jess also reached out, but I'll vent to my husband before I vent to anybody, and I don't vent to my girlfriends.
Ooh, yeah, and
I have some of those too.
Arlene's got some, and if hers are already growing, we'll definitely try to get some off there. We have some that a company had sent us that we got to get started.
Yep, Doyle's blackberries.
And so we want to try those, and then, but absolutely. I mean, if there's a reason, excuse to go to Western Sizzling, since we have to go to Arlene and Bo's, shucks.
Yeah. But no, I prefer just to talk to my husband when I'm having a struggle day, because if you sit there and tell everybody that picks up the phone, then you're just giving that problem energy. And I'll mull it over in my own brain clearly longer than...
Cass says it's raining up there like crazy.
We need the rain. It is what I see the other day. It was we're 26 inches behind what we should have right now.
It's really, really dry for this time of year. I'm really shocked. Grandpa used to grow peanuts. They were awesome.
I'm super excited.
Yeah. Hey. She's growing peanuts to pay the monkeys.
Yep.
I watched a couple of your shorts today. Talking to Kim. Nice.
I know I haven't done any shorts. I kind of checked out for a hot minute.
Yeah.
I go through these things. He's more stable mentally than I am. Big surprise, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and we've talked, like I said, we've talked about the farmers market thing, just to kind of offload the extra. Not going to be something that, hey, we'll do a consistent of, but we also have, with having the freeze dryer now, the farmers market will be more for offloading the plants, not necessarily so much the extra fruit and vegetables and stuff, because we'll be preserving them. Not to say that we might not take some, but depends on how it goes.
Yeah.
Shane said, I'll take some roasted peanuts.
Right?
Well,
that's
we
what
got to
I'm
get them
thinking.
to grow first.
I'll get them
How
to
do you grow them? Then you got to harvest out. It'll be
It's
new.
actually really cool. I've watched tons of videos.
Well, I've watched it at the commercial level, right? And they just have machines that do all this stuff. But,
I'm no machine.
Oh, you're a machine. Hey, hey, hey.
There's
Johnny.
Farms.
There's Johnny and Christine over there at Gillum Farms. They'll be going on at 8 tonight, guys, so you didn't miss them. You get to go on and see them after Dale and Nana. So,
absolutely blackberry wine for Tara. I was actually watching videos today on how to make your own wine. I think I'm going to try.
Blackberry wine. I thought you were talking, wasn't that the band that... Blackberry Smoke is the one
Tim
that
watches.
Tim...
Yeah.
They're pretty good, too.
They are. They were at Freedom Weekend last year.
Yep. Hello, Joe. Seeing you commenting. Yes, and anyone that doesn't remember, Panama Red, I'll throw it out there. That's Philip Ryder. He's out there.
I knew it was somebody. I just could not remember. Yeah.
Remember he had us the first time he come up, and it was like spelled a little something. We're like an anatomy, like I don't know, Finding Nemo. There's no the Pearson, right? Could use the rain. We could use the rain too. Not wanting the mud, but honestly, because of the lack of rain, even when we've gotten rain, it hasn't been that muddy.
No, because it all.
Yeah, because it just. Like the boiled peanuts. See, I'm not a huge fan of the boiled peanuts. Mm-hmm. I've tried them. You know, being in North Carolina, it's a really big thing. Being in Georgia, and I've tried them a few different ways. Like they do the hot. I don't know. It's not my thing.
I just want to make peanut butter.
Terry, you're not alone on the struggle bus. Girly, sometimes your load becomes easier to carry. You got a friend in me.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Kim is there. Yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm sure if we're dry, Johnny and them got to be like bone dry.
It can't just be like a moderate thing. We're either rainy, or dry.
Which is crazy, but there's Troy Sutton. Yep, Dale reminding everybody. Peanut butter powder in the freeze dryer. I love that stuff.
So with freeze drying peanut butter, you actually have to add water to the peanut butter and get it like really liquidy. Something with the oils and the peanuts, because oils tend to not freeze dry well.
Oh, yeah.
So people have done it. I may try it. I'm not sure.
I'm excited for like fresh peanut butter. But then Paul's talking about salt and vinegar peanuts.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm in on that.
I love my salt.
Where do you get those?
Yeah.
I guess you're going to make some. They grow under the dirt like taters. I was told years ago.
Yep.
Okay.
And like when you pick them out of the ground, like there's just peanuts everywhere all over the roots. I'm excited.
What did I miss?
What'd you miss?
I don't know. Somebody said something about. Oh, she's talking to James, so they're having. I'm creeping. I'm in stealth mode.
Hey, Daryl.
Yo, squatch. Send some rain. Oh, if we had any extra rain, but we ain't even getting enough rain for ourselves.
No. Speaking of Sasquatch, it's so funny. Like, our grandson, he saw the foundation, the basement back there before Zach decided to push it down. And he's like, no, that's where Sasquatch lives. He's all about Sasquatch. I guess he got scared one night that they were here. And
well, yeah, because like that was the first thing he came in.
Yeah.
Of course, he runs around in here and he's like, "Oop!" To say, he recognizes the things to know that he's been here. It's been a little while, but he's been here and he looks. He's like, "Oh, there's Sasquatch," and then they're like, "Oh, he's out in the woods." And,
he lives in the basement.
Oh yeah, Kath, I could see where that would be a very long grounding, especially wasting all that good wine. Yeah.
Sure.
It must be. I
and
missed
Shane,
part
we
of
need
that
our
one.
lakes to fill up too. They did come up a little bit after the last rain, but no, they're back down. It's like really difficult. Like we couldn't get to the places we kayaked.
Yeah.
Since we moved here, you couldn't get to them now. It's like literal. Like there's plants growing up now where the lake used to be. Yeah. Milk duds. I love milk duds. That I may have to try that. We've actually, now Chloe and Jake have done candy. We've actually never done candy.
Yeah, she won't let me. She's like, we have food. I'm like, candy's food too.
But on a good note, we have so much preserved.
Yes, thank you guys. Thanks for those awesome mods. I was seeing a comment and I didn't click on it, but I knew that you guys had it. It's still up on the StreamYard side, but.
Oh, what'd I miss?
You didn't miss nothing other than our mods doing an amazing job.
Great.
So, there's Wade. I knew if we just talked about him, his ears were ringing, and he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm supposed to be doing something right now."
Yep.
Actually,
Nelda, no, I have not. But I am out. I have one more load of laundry detergent left. And I literally, just as I was doing laundry today, because I had like a boatload of laundry, I'm like, I really need to get my laundry sauce done. So actually, I'm going to be filming the laundry sauce probably over the weekend, because I know Michelle would be interested in helping me with that. So maybe that will kind of be a joint thing, because I have all the supplies. I just need to take the time to do it.
Yeah. Brother Steve making it in here.
Hey, Steve.
Seeing Bill at my Alaska coming in.
Yes, you need to make another trek down here to see all the stuff. I saw your comment. Yeah.
Whoa. Would have been busted.
There's Dawn. She sent me a video to show you, but I've barely seen you today because we've been like divide and conquer.
Doing things.
Yes.
Need to come up with a day to come up and see y'all. Farmers markets take a lot of time. We did it for a couple of years. Yeah. Yeah,
that's why.
Absolutely. Whenever y'all get a chance, Arlene. I mean, we're pretty much staying home as much as we can. So. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I am not interested in doing the farmers market unless the Rusty Rooster does it.
Good job, Auntie Ann. Thank you.
And it's like once a week, and I can offload all of my stuff. So,
oh, there was 2 of them, huh? All right, nice. I'm liking it. Oh, we're playing whack-a-troll. All right.
That was fun for our mods that night. We accidentally went vertical, and it stuck us in the reels thing. And so, like, there was all these trolls coming in, and it was like, whack-a-troll, whack-a-troll. They were just like, bang, 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 bang.
Ida talking about, I seen somebody do the ice cream sandwiches in the freeze dryer, and I was like, yes, please.
The thing is, I love ice cream sandwiches, but they never melt, guys. Ice cream should melt. Have you seen those videos? Like, what is in an ice cream sandwich that it doesn't melt?
Look.
Conspiracy theories.
Dawn made laundry soap yesterday.
Yeah. And I've done both the granule kind, but I actually prefer my laundry sauce. The laundry sauce is...
Don't worry, Wade.
Already dissolved.
We rely on our amazing moderators to take care of the trash, so we appreciate you.
Yep.
I've been doing my garden, missed my gardening when struggling, just waiting on my new flowers I got for Mother's Day to pop. Nice. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
And just because she gets a long weekend, pumpernickel him.
Pumpernickel. Yes, good job, James. Congrats.
Yes. I got to do Jolly Ranchers and Peach Ring. They are so good. Oh, got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were talking about that. Bring some over. We'll throw them in.
No. It's candy. We don't eat.
If Dawn's bringing them over, we'll throw them in the machine, then she can take them back to her herd. I may acquire a couple, but, use her feet. She buys the real ice cream.
Which ones are they? I want to know.
Dawn does a liquid bars.
Yep. I just don't have storage.
So. Homestead.
Well, hi, guys.
Good to see y'all.
If I had more room at the size I do it, yeah. It is way cheaper, and it is better. So I thought about putting some of my fragrance in my oils with like my lemon, just to kind of give it a little bit of a woo woo. I don't know if you can do that. I've never done that before, but
let's see why you couldn't.
Right.
They put scented in the other stuff.
Right, and it's all synthetic and gross and yucky.
Yeah, keep it in a 5-gallon bucket. I mean, normally when you do
put a 5-gallon.
Well, yeah, we wouldn't have room to do it in that, but and I think that's where the powder, the way you make the powder one works.
Well,
better.
The thing is, the powder just never fully dissolves. My laundry sauce, I actually do in quart mason jars, because if you have a blender, your blender actually fits on a mason jar. The majority of them used to. I don't know about the new fandangled ones, but once you mix up the laundry sauce, you whip it.
Laundry sauce.
Laundry sauce.
Well, you're making up words.
It ain't a liquid, it ain't a powder, it's a sauce. And it's 2 tablespoons per load.
That doesn't make sense.
It's a laundry sauce.
Then it's liquid.
No.
It's not dry.
No.
So it's liquid.
Whipped. Sauce.
So you're like Cool Whip?
Yeah, kind of, but a little richer. Kind of like my whipped face and body stuff I make. It's got a lot of the same texture, but a little bit more smooth.
How do you put that in the laundry?
With a tablespoon.
I think you're feeding me a line of mold.
That's all I used before I met you.
Hmm.
And then life got crazy. And then I went to doing the easy route of just shaving the felt naphtha and adding all the dry ingredients, and yeah, didn't work. Yeah.
Right? Philip, they're grilling baby back ribs. Awesome. All right. Well, enjoy them ribs and don't let them burn, Philip. Don't let them burn.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be burning the ribs.
Nope.
Actually, at the bottom, I don't know what
I know.
to do with my
That's
hands.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, and with all this, we came really close to going outside, guys. I think we're going to try to look at, now that daylight is staying longer, possibly looking at just, we can grab the camera, grab the laptop, and find us a spot outside and start doing, as long as those dang crickets and stuff don't, cicadas.
Well, I don't think it's the year for the cicadas.
I hope not.
I don't think so.
That was ruining it
one
before.
of the things that we actually talked about, is it time for me to spill some beans?
Dale's saying it. It wasn't dry. You call it a sauce, it's liquid. Yeah. Like a lotion or barbecue sauce. Like, it's a thick liquid, wings. Okay,
that
but still
good.
Liquid.
So worth it. I actually have some wings in the freezer I need to pull out.
Ooh, chicken wings. Pain in the butt. So worth it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Dale. More like a cream. More like a cream.
Oh, man. Bill's running around in shorts. Bright, sunny, and 34.
Dang.
He's going to be at the lake swimming this afternoon.
Oh, okay. That's on the Yahoo. When you email us, it's on the Yahoo, so I'll go check that out. Thank you.
Definitely look at that. Always look forward to. And it is nice being on that one too, because it keeps like that archive of when you want to go back and look at different things. Yeah. Oh,
for sure.
Really works.
Can I spill some beans? Since
I didn't know you had beans to spill. Spill away.
Well, it's kind of beans because I'm not putting that coffee chat out. And we talked about it on the coffee chat.
Okay. Well, I don't care. I ain't got nothing to hide. I don't know what.
I'm scared.
Send it, sister.
So we're still going to be building the garage.
I just want to reach over. Oh, you're supposed to talk and do that bullet.
No.
I just wondered. No. I had to try it.
We're still doing the garage up by the road, except we will not do the lean-to for the farm stand. That was where a lot of my mental health yesterday came from, was just that realization. But once we are done with that garage.
Good to see you, Ray. Glad you made it in here.
Hi, Ray.
Whoa.
There's Aunt Sherry.
She made it on time. Holy gamales.
I know. Once
love you guys.
The garage is up, our next project after that is going to be Walden. Because yesterday when I was struggling, Jason says, let's go to the creek.
Yeah.
So we jumped in the side-by-side and drove down to the creek. And yeah, all the troubles just went. And without going into like in depth like I did on the coffee chat, when you're on a family compound, everything's like a shared space, right? And we need something that is just ours. Not a communal bathroom, shower, kitchen,
I was getting antsy. I just have to say really quick, Derek, I'm sorry. I'm putting a Post-it note up. We've failed Derek for multiple weeks now, and
what did we do?
I'm writing it down.
Okay, write it down. And so yesterday,
failure in life.
Yesterday when we were down at the creek, it was like we were going to do Walden a little later. I don't think it can wait. And so we're not building like the big house down there. This will be a small cabin off grid where when everything's just too much, we can jump in the side by side, run down there, spend the weekend down there. spend the week. I don't know. But basically a 1-room cabin that'll have like a kitchenette, we already have a little love seat and storage and a bed, and it will have a bathroom. Really cool collaboration coming up, possibly, for a really cool system for down there. It'll be off-grid. We want it off-grid. We don't want electric. We don't want
What's up,
the outside, blah, blah. So
good to see you, buddy.
I think our mental health is dictating the fact that we want Walden.
Making a Tim list. Yeah.
So after the garage is up, that's going to be our next
yeah.
thing.
And we need the garage mainly for just the storage of stuff like the Harbor Freight shed that collapsed and other things that we have that are out and
yeah, we have all of our e-bikes under tarps right now.
Yeah, so it's like let's get that. Plus it cleans that area up because we did do that cleanup and added the extra on the driveway out here, but now we got a collapsed Harbor Freight shed that makes it all look like trash. So
and I can't stand
yeah,
that.
and neither can I. So it was like let's build the garage up there so we can get
milling.
Yeah.
Like we're just gonna actually, even going down to the creek last night, we were picking out trees that we're gonna take down to mill. So he's been taking down trees. We have a lot to mill. We're super excited about getting back on the mill. We need to get back on the mill because that was part of my frustration too. Is we have a mill.
Good to see you,
Jason. Using it. So
yeah.
And yes, Shane, thank you. It is sometimes okay to take a mental health day.
Yeah.
But the last time I did that and shared it,
and the Evelyn
wasn't well received.
Yeah, the sounds of nature. And I think down there, like even right now, like the creek isn't running.
It wasn't dry.
It wasn't dry. There was water down there, but you're not getting that full effect of a babbling brook, right? But there was work going on up here, and we went down there, and I didn't hear it, but she said she did, and I'm like, nope, I just hear.
Well, he had to go back to the doctor again today.
Recipes.
For zero.
So there's always new recipes coming out somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Possibly. What are we gonna do with a concrete slab? We're kind of back and forth with that.
It still is probably going to get some form of structure over it. Once we get the garage built,
no need to be sorry. Just glad you made it in.
Have a better idea, because the other alternative is to utilize some of the block and build an outdoor fireplace, and kind of have like a little patio area off the summer kitchen there.
We've had a few different ideas what we're going to do with that. Yeah. And now that Zach pushed the walls down, we got to get it all cleaned up, which is good. I mean, it was one of those motivators that needed to be done. We just been like, we don't want to clean up the mess. We're not going to do it. And then Zach's like, oh, I'm leaving. See ya. Watch, and push the wall over. So, no, we didn't see that happening, but Cindy, that won't happen.
It already happened. No. I did shave him last night.
Just had a hail come through. Right? Shaved my head.
And I shaved he gets like growth all through here.
Don't worry about my eyeball.
And he starts looking like a gorilla because he grows like real sparse through there.
And Sherry said they just had hail come through. That's crazy.
They're getting some weird weather.
Yes, everybody needs a good mental health day. Need to publish a host.
Recipe book. I know. I've had tons of. My struggle with the recipe book is I'm a tosser and a thrower, and so when I try to break it down into like cups and stuff, it makes it really difficult.
Joe, storm shelter. We've tossed this idea around a little bit, and it's probably not to say that we don't need one, but we really don't need one.
We're pretty insulated with the way our topography
of the ridge is. Eventually, yes. I think that there will be some sort of a storm shelter structure on the property that will be able to, whether it be super comfortable or what, but we could throw everybody that's on the ridge in it.
Right now, it's the studio, because the studio legitly is one of the only buildings that is actually concreted into the ground.
Yeah. So. But then also we do have a neighbor that has a storm
underground
shelter
bunker type, not a bunker.
Yeah, but he buried a
Yeah.
shipping container.
Yeah.
And that's their storm shelter. And he's told us, we know where it is, we know how to get over there, and if it looks like it's going to get that bad, he knows we're already heading over there.
And they've got it stocked for emergencies, so we know we can go over there if it is really getting bad.
Oh, gotta build a structure for the car.
Shane, you don't have to buy anything. If there's something you want, I'm just going to give it to you. You're our cruise kids. Why wouldn't
I? Jason, I like the wall. Yes, that's one of the trees that we milled to be able to put the studio.
That's Leon.
That is Leon.
That is our tree, Leon.
So, yeah, I think storm shelter is definitely something we've talked about.
A root cellar / storm.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we're at with it, right? Is to build a small storm shelter just to say, hey, it's just for a storm shelter. Okay. But for us, it's kind of like, well, why can't we do maybe something a little bit larger, and it's a dual purpose? Yeah. So
it would have to be, because I'm not scared of storms. I sat on my front porch as a tornado took my roof off, and I sat there and drank wine, and I didn't care.
Yeah, and I mean, knock on wood, we've been blessed and lucky with a lot of the heavy storms that come through. And I mean, there's always a chance, right?
Splits.
No matter where you live, there's a chance of some sort of a storm, whether it's a hurricane or tornadoes or wind or whatever, mudslides or avalanches. And it is always good to have a backup plan to be safe during those. And we typically, like she said, we hang out right inside here. It has no windows inside here. I set my internet up on a battery bank so that if it does go out, the computer and everything's already on a battery bank. So it's one of those that we would still have communication other than just our phones to be able to, watch the storm, see the radars, that kind of stuff. But the way that our topography is for this area, you can't predict nothing. And we've kept enough trees up towards the road, which is where most of the storms come from, along there, that gives us a pretty good blocker from a lot of the high, heavy winds. So
and we actually have talked about utilizing a lot of that block when we go to build the big house. It will be on a partial, if not a full basement.
Yeah, and that was something that we talked about was with the main house, the ultimate, our forever home that we build. It will be on at least, like she said, a partial walkout basement, just because we're going to be building on a hillside. So we got looking at it and we're like, why wouldn't we just start up here? We can excavate out what we can till we get down to the rock bed, and then we'll just build out walls from there, and we'll make it a walkout. And it doesn't have to have anything major in it.
I mean, that's assuming I don't just fall in love with Walden and be like, peace out, homie. I'll be down here. I don't care what goes on up there.
Underground wine and cigar bars.
Right?
Right?
I'm off of that.
I mean, that's my thought, right? Is why build a whole structure as a storm shelter, and then that's all it is, right? It's just sitting there. It's like, make something, instead of doing just this tiny little thing, like make it a little bit bigger, and then utilize it throughout the year.
Yeah. Because we are running out of food storage spaces, because I've been freeze drying so much.
Yeah, Derek, that's kind of an idea we've been going through.
Yeah, we've been thinking about that. But I have so many meals already put back that when we do the Katy Trail, we shouldn't need fresh food at all unless we choose to take it with us. Yeah. So we have meals. I have breakfast casseroles. I've got breakfast. I got eggs. I got biscuits and gravy. I've got tons of things freeze dried. So that all we got to do is just grab those bags, because in May, guys, we are still going to be doing the Katy Trail. It's a no-brainer for me, and it is non-negotiable. Saying it right now, it is non-negotiable. It's something that I think is really going to be amazing for Jason and I. If you don't know what the Katy Trail is, it is a 7-day bike trip through Missouri. Rails to trails. Yeah. Beautiful scenery. Something that we're both really looking forward to, and We've purchased all the things that we've needed for the Katy Trail.
All right, Bill, have fun.
It's just a matter of now we're actually doing it.
So, buffed old man talking about if you got some decent hills, you could build a hobbit hole shelter.
I'm all for a hobbit hole.
Yeah. And then we've talked about that. The thing that we discovered, right,
hole.
is we do have, I mean, we're on a ridge.
There's no flat land.
From the top of our property to the bottom, and I think I rechecked it. It was like 109 feet or something. But, right, we just say, hey, there's 100 foot of elevation change from the high point of our property to the low point.
Yeah.
But so far, where we've dug, the deepest I've had dirt on top of any of that before I hit solid rock is like 3.5 feet.
And it's even less than that down at the creek.
Yeah.
So when
but it would be cool to carve a spot out, find where one of those rock ledges drops.
Yeah.
Dig it out, excavate it out, and then keep the topsoil on the upper side of it, and then build something, and then bring it out, and it would be all dirt covered and do the whole. Yeah.
That's kind of one of those projects that.
Hoorah, Eddie!
Once we get our infrastructure done, and we can do play projects, like projects that, like, hey, that would be really cool to do.
Yeah. Cold War shelter. That'd be a lot of concrete.
Yeah, but
not
where we're going to be building Walden at down by the creek. There's no excavation. It's on a rock, like already on rock. So it's already solid.
Yeah. Derek was on. I didn't know if you'd seen that.
Yeah, I did.
Shelter over. Yeah.
That's kind of what.
We've tossed that around. There's been several
room.
Ideas of what we want to do with it, and even a few more now that the walls are down. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what do we do with this? Now, the only thing that we have to keep in mind, guys, is I know it's hard to see on camera, but where that slab is, it is downhill from the garden, from the road, from the property. That thing, when it rains, there's 3 inches of water on top of that slab.
It needs a French drain.
So there's going to be quite a bit of excavation, doing French drain, trying to mitigate water around it before we can do anything like permanent on it. Just for that fact, and maybe with that wall down, there's a couple other spots the water will run off faster. But when you talk about building a full-on structure on top of it, we're a little reserved until we can get the backhoe fixed. Back on that saga of waiting on that dang thing.
Yeah.
So I did return. I ordered cylinders. I don't know if we had talked about this. I ordered cylinders. Came in, they were the wrong ones. That was my fault. But the company's taking them on a return. I did lose about $100 in shipping them both ways. But I got those shipped back, so we'll get a refund on that. When that refund hits, I'll go and I found a local hydraulic shop. I'm just going to drop them off to that guy and let him rebuild the cylinders.
And it's looking like $600-700. So we actually already do have an outdoor shower. It's not hooked up to a hose at the moment, but it's actually going to get moved. It's getting moved down to the creek for our build site for Walden.
Yeah.
And
she's been wanting to put, guys, and I'm glad that we decided to do this cabin at Walden.
I've been begging for that.
She's been wanting it on the outdoor kitchen.
We put it on Jake's cabin because we thought he would use it.
Well, he did. He did for a while, but then when it got cold, it was done.
Well, that and it's tree covered, so it was.
And we didn't put a roof on it. Like there was.
I didn't want a roof.
Made.
I wanted the sky.
Lessons were learned.
I wanted to shower in the sky.
We were getting showered in cedar needles.
Right. So it's actually going to be one of the first things we move down to the creek as we kind of get our build site ready, so that we can shower right down there.
Yeah, Cindy. Kentucky, but I mean, we were raised up north where like storm shelters, but you don't really talk about a storm shelter being separate because it's your basement. Like when you live in a spot, now like in the areas that you lived in Ohio, they couldn't do basements because the water table was so low. Yeah. But like where I was in Michigan, you had a basement. That was your storm shelter. That was your root cellar. That was everything. And they actually had they used the term the Michigan cellar. A lot of the older farm homes were built on, they were dirt floor, but they did a rock or block foundation, but most of it was actually a rock foundation for the house. It was a dirt floor, And they would have the doors on the outside, but then they had access. A lot of them had access on the inside.
Actually, my first house.
And it would be the Michigan cellar.
That's what it was called. My very first house I owned, well, that wasn't a manufactured home, was a house built in 1880, and it had a Michigan basement.
Oh my gosh, Patrick! I'm glad you're in here, but that sucks. I don't miss the city at all, just for that reason.
It was a dirt and stone foundation, and when you were down in the Michigan basement, you saw that the house was actually sitting on logs, real logs. It was amazing. We had to jack it up. We had to
Grandpa had done that with his house. Grandma's house up there was when they bought that farmhouse back in, I think it was like 72 or 73 when he bought that farmhouse. It was on a Michigan cellar, and he said it was probably only like 5 foot, because they were always short too. But it was only about a 5 foot tall space, and he hand excavated it with a wheelbarrow, dug it all out, and then to make it taller, and then actually poured concrete to have the concrete floor. But and then they would have either a storm walkout or a regular walkout. And so when you had basements, you never worried about. But in a lot of the southern states where like for us, a basement, like we can do it on the hillside, right? But it's not, you're not fully underground.
It's always going to be a walkout.
And when you get, like, I remember being in North Carolina, they couldn't do full basements there either because the water table's so low. You're at sea level where I lived on the coast. And so your only option was to do like a storm shelter. It's kind of just depends on your environment and where you're at. Yeah. But I agree with you. Yes, it was normally, that was just called the basement.
Yeah,
but
just basement. Yeah, that 1880s house was probably one of my favorite houses I ever remodeled. I did it pregnant with Zach, actually. And spent 4 years remodeling that with 2 toddlers. So yeah. One of
the houses I lived in as a kid, we had a full basement, and that was for me and my brothers. That was our area. We got to run it. 2 of us had bedrooms down there. We had our own bathroom. There was actually, it was a partially finished. Half of it was finished. So there was a full wet bar down there. We had an area that we got our TV with the video games and a dartboard.
Yeah, I was never that rich. I was poor.
And it was a walkout.
My foster family had a basement.
Yeah. And then I rented a home right before we got together. I was renting a home that had a full basement. And it was funny, I actually talked to some of the neighbors and the original people that built that home. All the neighborhood kids, when they built the home, the basement, they purposely left it wide open. They put 1 bedroom and 1 like little bathroom down there, and the rest of it was wide open. And that's where like the laundry was. They said they would go down in the wintertime and ride their bicycles in the basement.
Oh, yeah.
It was huge.
My kids did that when I built my 40 by 60 barn dome.
Roller skating, rollerblading.
Zach would ride his skateboards and roller skates and all that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Eddie down there, like being it. Yeah. I mean, I would say that, like, so it would flood, yes, and it would be one of those, it would be hard to get it in right? Because you got to be able to mitigate that water. And then after that, it'd probably have to take like 2 or 3 sub pumps.
Some pumps worthy.
Yeah. Crayons and bangs.
Got you, crew son. Yeah, Cindy or Kathy, ours would be block 2. We are going to utilize what good block we have left. So we're going to be stacking and palleting them. I'll show where we're going to store them. But all the broken ones are going to get further smashed and put
for sure
as a ramp to possibly that slab.
Yeah.
We're not sure yet.
Alan's from Ohio.
What part of Ohio? I probably asked you that before.
I
was from Hicksville. Well, I wasn't born there.
And yes, Patrick, and it was awesome because with the walkout basement, we had our own door down there, so like you could get out. You didn't have to go up through the main house. You didn't have to.
I might have snuck out a time or 2 out of my foster family's house. Of course, my foster brother Kip, he'd always cover for me.
Well, and the thing was with that house was I'm trying to think that it might have been like trying to remember when we moved out of it. It's probably maybe my second year of high school. First or second. I know we were there for my first.
I was having kids when you were still in your first
I remember
or
I
second
was
year
there.
of high
We were
school.
there for my first year because my older stepbrother was still home. And when I was a freshman, he was a senior. And it was nice because I didn't have to ride the bus. I got to ride to the high school with him because he had his license.
I am quite a bit older.
And then I think it was like a couple years later we moved from there. Ours was half garage, half basement. My two older brothers had a band in the 60s. They practiced in our basement.
That's awesome.
We had a bunch of kids.
That's awesome.
Yeah, actually on my stepmom's side of the family, my grandparents, their basement, part of the basement that was under the main house was like grandpa's wood shop. And then the other part was their garage. And then the living room was right above the garage. So they had this, and they never could park in there because the garage was built. It's funny, right? They built garages back in the 50s for like compact cars. I never understood.
I am a cradle robber.
Well, guys, holy jamolies. I don't know where that hour went. Over. So, hey, Dale and Nana are up next. So go over there to
they're actually probably on.
Yeah, they might be going right now. Sorry about running over, guys. But, yeah, go see Dale and Nana. Give them all the blue hearts.
Tell them we said hi.
Tell them White Rock sent you. And we appreciate every single one of you coming in here week in and week out. We love you, and we'll see you next week.
Peace out from the ridge.
Go on now.